Hey, what's up, guys? Tim here from Buy the Pump. Just want to go over a few of the main pumps in play this upcoming week. Let's start with SEFE. SEFE has been strong most of the way so far. We got confirmation of the $2.27 million pump back here, high 80s, low 90s, and it's been straight up since. But then this last week on Wednesday and Thursday, it started to look a bit weaker. Had this collapse here on Thursday. It was starting to panic pretty good, and the promoters brought in a 1 million share bid or something like that, and caught it, bounced it back up, and they've been holding it up since. And it actually had a nice surge into the close here on Friday. Broke above the morning high of 125, got up to 130. Previous high is 131, so this is close to breaking out. It may actually gap up and through the breakout come Monday morning. One way or another, I'll be looking to get long this on the breakout if it looks like it's going to hold, and I'm going to try to swing it for a few days and be patient. Next, let's go over SNPK, which is the crazy penny promotion. SNPK, a couple weeks ago, had the breakout past 105 and has been nothing but up since, although it's been pretty choppy. I've traded this pretty poorly the past few days, actually. It's not really a good trade at this point, risk-reward wise, I think. This thing could come crashing down at any time, although it hasn't really had a true blow-off top squeeze yet. My thinking on this is that there's no way they hold this up for another week without at least a collapse. That's not saying that the pump will be over. I'm just saying I think that this thing's going to have a big 30, 40, 50% tank in the next few days. It may have a nice squeeze first. I'm long from 180. I bought at the close on Friday. I'm not feeling too great about that, but I'm hoping they at least give me a gap up I can sell into. If it's gapping up and it's looking strong, I may actually hold some of my position and see if I can make it through the day with it. But it's just pretty bad risk reward at this point to be trading it. I was scalping this way too much last week, going for 1, 2, 3 cents a share. And when this thing has 40 or 50 cents a share of downside at any given minute, really, if it starts to panic, that's just terrible risk reward. So I'm going to try to trade this a lot more conservatively this week if I do trade it at all. I think that the next time I buy this, after I get out of my 180 position, is probably going to be trying to buy the bounce when it does eventually panic, because right now it is just not a safe one to trade. I also want to touch on BVSN. BVSN is, of course, the NIA pump. They started repumping it last weekend. I got long Friday around the close. I got long, I think, in the high 26s. Sold Monday morning at 28.10. Was feeling pretty good about it because it was nothing but down since then. And then, I guess they started sending out the emails again. They're doing this little 4-part report trying to compare BVSN to Facebook and talk about how great BVSN will be going into the Facebook IPO. So, if they keep pumping this into the Facebook IPO, which I would not be surprised to see them do, I wouldn't be stunned to see them get this back into the 40s or maybe even touch the 50s again. But it's going to be doomed in the end. It's going to have a couple big collapses again like it did last round. I really am not comfortable buying this one, so I'll probably be looking to short it more. As we saw last time with this, it had a couple big run-ups a couple months ago, and what we saw was towards the end of the run-ups, there were no shares anywhere to short. So I'll probably be looking to box up shares this time around and just hold on to them, eat the interest, because I think that there will be potential to capture 3, 4, 5, maybe even up to $10 a share of downside if you can time your short right. So I'm going to box up and I'm going to see if I can get a good piece of that, because it is definitely the safe play here. One last pump I want to talk about is LUXR. This one has been very choppy, very illiquid, but it now has a confirmed $1.5 million pump on it. I'm not exactly sure if that is part of the reason it had this strong close on Friday, but it did break out above prior resistance of about 83, 84 cents. The problem with LUXR right now is it is pretty light volume. Friday was a big volume day for it, but it was only 600,000 shares. That's not enough volume for me to want to trade it. I'm going to be watching it on Monday, see how much volume this news of the $1.5 million promo brings in on it. I also need to get a little bit better of a feel for this stock, how it trades, how liquid or illiquid it is, and then I might be looking to take a position. But for now, I'm just going to be watching it, getting a feel for it. I think we probably get a gap up and maybe a morning spike out of it, though. And then maybe I'll look to long on a pullback if it's a liquid enough trade for me. But other than that, I'm just going to be watching. One final thing I want to go over is we have the LEXG and the RAYS promoters teasing about a new pick coming out in April. There was some speculation that that was going to be SEFE. I think that's part of the reason that SEFE had the big, strong close. But I personally do not believe that they're going to go out with that. I think they're going to probably give us a fresh ticker. At least I hope they do. If it is a fresh ticker and it's not something that's already under promo, I will be looking to load up a lot of shares upon confirmation. I'll probably get out of at least half the position, maybe three-quarters of the position intraday. And then I think the last quarter I'm going to try to swing for a few weeks. I don't like being long a pump overnight more nights than I have to be. I'm always just a little bit nervous about a halt, even though halts are very rare, and I don't think, at least in the time I've seen, they've never halted a promo on its way up. It's always, a few months after the thing is dumped, and it's just being boring and sideways. But still, you never know if they're going to start cracking down, so I try to be a little more careful. But, I mean, RAYS, that was far less successful than LEXG. That was their last one they did in October. And that still went up about 125% from where it started. So I think that there's some pretty good risk reward here if you can get long early to hold for a little while. And I'm going to be watching Monday, specifically around 3 p.m. Eastern, because when they released RAYS, it was a afternoon release on a Monday. I do not know when they released LEXG, unfortunately. If someone knows that and can comment and let me know, that'd be great. But unfortunately, that was a little bit before my time. I started trading back around the end of LEXG. So anyway, that's the main stuff on watch for this next week. My main focus is going to be buying that new pump by Stock Market Authority. If it does come out this week, all we know is they've said it's going to come out in April, so it could be next week as well. But that is definitely going to be the main money maker. So good luck to everybody. Trade safe. Don't get caught in any panics. And until next time.